Have you ever wondered who truly built the magnificent structures and organized the victories that defined ancient Rome? When we think of Rome, names like Julius Caesar or Augustus often come to mind, but behind Augustus' rise and Rome's transformation into a glittering empire stood a man of exceptional ability: Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. Soldier, statesman, architect, and loyal friend, Agrippa was one of the most influential figures of the late Roman Republic and early empire. Agrippa was born around 63 BC, in the same year as his lifelong friend Octavian, the man who would later become Emperor Augustus. Unlike many of Rome's powerful leaders, Agrippa did not hail from a noble patrician family. Instead, he came from a modest plebeian background. This lack of aristocratic lineage might have limited his ambitions, but Agrippa's intelligence, loyalty, and unmatched talent for strategy propelled him into Rome's highest circles. From an early age, Agrippa's destiny became intertwined with that of Octavian. The two were educated together and developed a deep friendship. Their bond would prove crucial in the turbulent years following the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC, when Rome descended into chaos and civil war. Military genius in civil wars, Agrippa quickly proved himself as more than just Octavian's companion. He was a brilliant military commander whose talents shone in some of the Republic's most defining battles. After Caesar's death, Octavian faced rivals such as Brutus, Cassius, and later Mark Antony. Agrippa stood by him in every conflict, often turning the tide of war with his clever tactics. At the Battle of Philippi in 42 BC, Octavian and Mark Antony defeated Caesar's assassins, but it was Agrippa's organizational skill that made victory possible. Later, during the wars against Sextus Pompey, who threatened Rome's food supply by controlling the seas, Agrippa again proved indispensable. In 36 BC, Agrippa engineered one of his greatest triumphs: the defeat of Sextus Pompey at the battles of Mylae and Naulocus. These victories not only secured grain shipments to Rome but also showcased Agrippa's innovative naval tactics. He even oversaw the construction of a massive naval base at Portus Julius, introducing technological improvements such as the harpax, a grappling device that revolutionized naval warfare. For these achievements, he was awarded the Corona Navalis, a rare and prestigious honor recognizing naval heroism. Agrippa as statesman and builder. While his military exploits were legendary, Agrippa's role as an administrator and builder arguably left an even deeper mark on Rome. In 33 BC, he served as curule aedile, a position responsible for the maintenance of public works and city infrastructure. Agrippa approached this office with unmatched energy. He repaired crumbling aqueducts, constructed new ones to supply the ever-growing city, and ensured that fresh water reached not only Rome's elite but also its common citizens. He restored temples, improved roads, and created magnificent public baths, the Thermae Agrippa, which became a model for later Roman bath complexes. He laid out gardens, constructed porticos, and funded public festivals, making Rome not only functional but also beautiful. His projects reflected a vision of a city meant for all its people, not just the wealthy. The Actium Campaign. Deciding the fate of Rome, perhaps the most decisive moment of Agrippa's career, came in 31 BC, at the famous Battle of Actium. Octavian faced his greatest rival yet, Mark Antony and Cleopatra, whose combined forces threatened to overthrow him. It was Agrippa, commanding Octavian's fleet, who orchestrated the victory that would decide the fate of the Roman world. By skillfully maneuvering the fleet and cutting off Antony's supplies, Agrippa forced Antony and Cleopatra into a disastrous retreat. The triumph at Actium not only secured Octavian's power but also marked the final collapse of the Roman Republic. Without Agrippa's brilliance at sea, Augustus might never have become Rome's first emperor. Marriage and political influence. Agrippa's bond with Augustus was further cemented through marriage. In 21 BC, Agrippa married Julia the Elder, Augustus' only biological daughter. This union tied Agrippa directly into the imperial family and made him second only to Augustus in authority. Agrippa held multiple consulships, governed provinces, and acted as Augustus' trusted deputy. In fact, Augustus granted him Imperium Maius, a power equal to his own, showing the level of trust and reliance he placed in Agrippa. Some historians even speculate that Augustus considered Agrippa as his successor before fate intervened. Agrippa the architect, building Rome in marble. When Augustus famously said, "I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble," it was largely thanks to Agrippa. Among his architectural accomplishments, the most famous was the construction of the Pantheon around 27 BC. The original structure, built to honor Rome's gods and commemorate his victories, later inspired the rebuilding under Emperor Hadrian. To this day, the Pantheon stands as one of the greatest architectural marvels of the ancient world. Its inscription still reads, Magrippalfestertivmfecit. Marcus Agrippa, son of Lucius, made this building when consul for the third time. In addition to the Pantheon, Agrippa sponsored aqueducts such as the Aqua Julia and Aqua Virgo, which supplied Rome with fresh water for centuries. His emphasis on public amenities, baths, theaters, gardens, fountains transformed the city into a true imperial capital. Geography, administration, and intellectual contributions. Agrippa was more than a general and builder, he was also a man of intellect and science. He undertook vast surveys of the Roman world, producing maps and geographical works that helped improve administration and taxation. His lost work, Commentary, became a source for later geographers like Pliny the Elder. This effort shows his broader vision. He was not merely concerned with conquest, but also with organizing and sustaining Rome's empire. Final years and legacy. Tragically, Agrippa's life was cut short. In 12 BC, at the age of around 51, he died unexpectedly. His passing was a devastating blow to Augustus, who deeply mourned his friend and partner. Agrippa was buried in the mausoleum of Augustus, a rare honor that reflected his unique place in the emperor's heart. Agrippa's death also left Rome at a crossroads. His marriage to Julia had produced heirs, and for a time it seemed his children might inherit Augustus' mantle. Though history took a different path, the fact that Augustus trusted Agrippa above all others speaks volumes about his importance. Marcus Vipsanius. Agrippa's legacy is vast. As a general, he secured Augustus' rule through victories at sea and on land. As a statesman, he stabilized provinces and ensured peace. As a builder, he transformed Rome into the shining capital of the ancient world. His contributions were so integral that Augustus himself might never have achieved his vision of empire without him. Even today, when visitors stand before the Pantheon, walk along aqueducts, or read of the decisive Battle of Actium, they are witnessing the shadow of Agrippa's genius. He was more than a companion of Augustus. He was Rome's hidden architect, the man who gave lasting shape to the empire. Legacy. Marcus Vipsanius. Agrippa was not born into greatness, but he forged it through loyalty, brilliance, and vision. From humble origins, he rose to become one of the most trusted and powerful men in Rome, shaping the empire's destiny in ways that still echo across history. He teaches us that true greatness does not always lie in standing at the forefront. Sometimes, it is found in supporting others, building lasting legacies, and ensuring the survival of ideals greater than oneself. So next time you hear Augustus' famous claim about Rome's transformation, remember the man who helped make it possible, Agrippa, the architect of Rome's glory. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel and see you soon.